loves. Welcome back to another episode of Drawfully Fun, Draw with Me, Gaming Edition. Yay! We are in the world of Animal Crossing today. That is right. Pay no attention to the date and time on the screen. Obviously, I am time traveling and I am stuck at this time because I am trying to fill a spot on my island, hence why we are villager hunting. And actually, as I mentioned in my previous video, we are on the hunt for Judy. I am looking for Judy, and I will not rest until I have Judy on my island. And I will be drawing every single villager that I come across until we find Judy. Now, I will be accepting all of these bears in the process. If I still can't find Judy, I do want all of these, but only bears. We're not going to accept anything but bears. Even if it pains me, if I find somebody that I truly love, only bears. So let's go check it out, guys. Let's go see if we can find the villager that we're going to draw today. Or are we going to be lucky on ticket number 1 and get a bear? Let's see. So far, nothing. Where is our villager? Nope. Oh, it's not a bear, but oh my gosh, it's Cherry. Just in time for Halloween. Let's say hi to Cherry. Cherry, can you say hi? No, too far. Cherry, say hi. Greetings. Oh, look how cute she is. Oh my gosh, I'm tempted to take her, guys, but she's not on the approved list. But we can go draw her, right? So let's go draw Cherry, guys, just in time for the Halloween Spooktober season. Oh, that is perfect timing. I love it. Let's just run some circles around her real quick. No. No. All right, guys, I will see you over at my desk in just a quick flash of a second. Ready? Let's go. And we're back at my desk. Just like that. It's magic, right? It is magic. Happy Halloween, guys. Happy Halloween. Let's have some fun with this one today. I want to have a blast. Now, I decided to change up Cherry just a tad bit. Not too much. I mean, there is quite a big difference here. You'll notice that it's not her regular outfit she's wearing. It's a more revamped outfit today. So we're going to give her more of a grunge look today. I am so excited for this one. She is turning into one of my new favorites, and I'm almost starting to regret not taking her to the island. But I have my rules, and we need to follow those rules. Only those specific bears, right? Right. Let's do it, guys. Let's draw Cherry. She is so adorable. Let's do it. So today we're going to start with the eye. We're going to start with a very basic eye, kind of like if we're drawing a human eye almost. Just very basic. We're going to come over here and do a little rainbow curve on the top. Then we're going to bring it back around and have a little happy face curve right to the bottom. About like if we were drawing a very realistic human eye. Not very realistic though. And then we're going to do our pupil right in the center. Little curves like that. Very basic. Very, very basic. And now we're going to give her some eyelashes. She has eyelashes up on the top and she has them down on the bottom. So I'm going to do 3 little eyelashes on the bottom. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3 on the bottom. And then I'm going to come up here and I'm going to give myself a little bit of space, and I'm going to go up on the top and do 3 triangles on the top, looking like if they're little waves of water. So right here from the corner of my eye, I'm going to bring this up and I'm going to go into like a little shark fin. 1, 2, and 3. So I have 3 eyelashes, but we're going to give it a really thick line underneath. So right here, I'm just going to go all the way across and then close it out in the back. And this whole thing is going to get colored in black. All like this. Super, super cute. Very defined. Cherry has very, very specific eyelashes, so I wanted to I wanted to give her some really cool, luscious looking, beautiful eyelashes. All right, now we're not going to do the second eye just yet. I promise there's a reason for that. We want to do just this one for now, and then eventually we're going to get to this one. She's turned sideways, so we're only going to see a portion of the other eye over here. So that is pretty much why we're not going to do another set like this. So hang on tight for that. We're going to give her the patch that's around her eye right here. It's going to go all the way around. Very basic, like so. There we go. Very basic line wrapped around the entire eye, like if it's a little bubble, Little bubble protecting the eye. Now, I'm not making sparkles or anything inside here. She's not going to have a specific pupil. Cherry has a very specific eye style, so she doesn't have that dark pupil in the middle. Unless you want to put one, go for it. Remember, guys, our art is always going to be a reflection of what we feel in the moment, what we want to do. It doesn't have to be exactly like Cherry, which is another reason why I wanted to adapt her into what I feel Cherry should look like. So feel free to change this around. If you feel like she looks better with a cute little pupil, go for it. Do it. Now I'm going to go ahead and come over here and do the nose. The nose is going to be a little jelly bean nose. Very cute, round jelly bean nose. Kind of like Snoopy. She's starting to give that Snoopy vibe. I love Snoopy. And then I want her to have an open smile instead of the regular closed one she normally has in all the pictures we see. A nice big open smile. So I'm going to start with the base curve, like if she's smirking, and then come around and just make a nice open mouth. There we go. Now I'm not going to add a tongue. I'm not going to add any details. When it's colored, you'll see that this has more of a dark shadowed in color. So don't worry about adding a tongue line if you don't want it. Now you can if you want to. Remember what we said. Feel free to customize it and change it however you like. Now I'm going to come over here and do a corner piece of the ear that is wrapped all the way around here before we can do the shape of the head. So right here, just about, it doesn't really matter where you start because the ear is going to go around, but we are going to have a set of earrings on the bottom half of the ear. So don't go too far down because we do have to do those earrings. And since I'm using a Sharpie, I can't really erase. So if you're using a pencil, like so, if you want to use a regular old pencil, you can just come around and do an entire big ear, and then you can draw earrings, and then just go ahead and erase those lines. But for demonstration purposes and for better look on the camera, I'm doing it with the Sharpie. So I'm going to come around here, and just about right here, I'm going to go all the way up to the corner where the ear is going to start here. And then I'm going to bring it all the way down. Now I am going to go ahead and bring it down because I realize this is still too high. So I am going to bring this down to where I want my earrings to go. And I think that's a good spot. It's going to be on the very tip of her ear. So she has 2 earrings on each side, and they're little hoop earrings. So we're going to go ahead and create those little hoops. So from where we left off right here, I'm going to do a rainbow curve that goes around, boop, like that for the beginning of our ear, or our earring. And then I'm going to come here and do a little curve on the corner and another rainbow curve and kind of close it out in a point right at the end. All right. Then we're going to bring our line down, pretend like we're bringing our ear, curving it inwards right here. And we're going to do another earring exactly the same way we did this one. We're going to start with a rainbow curve all the way around. All right, we're going to close out this little section with a little curve and another rainbow curve, bloop, like that, and close it out with a tiny little triangle right at the very tip of the earring. All right, let's go over to this side now. Let's do the same thing, but to the left now. So right here, I'm going to do a rainbow curve. This side's going to be a little bigger because it's closer to us. Remember our perspectives. If you have a character that has their head turned to the left or to the right, whatever is further away from you and less visible is going to be smaller. Whatever is closer to you is going to be bigger. So all of these right here on this side are going to be bigger than these. So I'm going to make my rainbow a little larger all the way around. See how it's a little bigger? I'm going to do my little curve at the end like that, and another little rainbow closing it out right at the tip right here. Little triangle. Bring this curve, follow it behind that little earring cuff right there, bring it downwards just below that line. It's okay if you have a gap in here. You can add shadows and different colors on that. So feel free to leave a gap, or you can have it closed out like this. It is perfectly fine. Let's do the next rainbow. Big old rainbow like that. Nice and big. Close out the corner and bring it around again in another rainbow into a little triangle point right at the edge. There we go. So we have our earring cuffs, the little hoops. And all we're going to do now is go from here to here and connect it with a little happy face curve for the bottom half of the ear. And voila, look at that. We have ourselves a big old little dog ear. Big old little dog ear. If that isn't a backward statement. I don't know what is. No, it is a big ear. Look how cute. I love it. Now we wanted to do the ear first because we're going to use the top of the ear and the bottom of the ear as our reference points, our starting and our end point on where the entire head shape is going to go. So from the top, just about a little to the right from this middle piece right here, we're going to go ahead and start, well, just about right here. We're going to start the top of our head and work our way around, make a snout, and then we're going to close it out just about right here to the middle of this earring. So we're starting here and we're going to end here. We're going to make it look like there's a big bump right on the top of the head. Bring it so you can see it on the camera all the way around. Down, 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 curve it downwards, and then start bringing it outwards to make that snout, kind of like Snoopy. It looks pretty much like Snoopy went all emo or rocker on me here. I love it. So just keep going down all the way, wrap it, wrap it, wrap it, and follow where you're going to end up right here. Keep going, and voila, look at that. Now if it takes you a couple tries, go for it, erase it, fix your lines as best as you can. It's okay if your lines are a little wobbly. Don't stress out those lines too much. All right, remember, you can always pause the video, go back, go forward, go whatever pace you want if you want some time to get that shape. All right, now that I have this right here, this little curve, I'm going to go ahead and create the other side of the eye. So we're going to pretty much cut the eye about right here, almost in half, and only do the little corner that we see right here. So we're going to come over here and do that little curve, the same little curve that we did in the beginning, halfway, right there. And we're going to do that pupil, but we're only going to do it on the side right here. We're going to pretend like the rest of the pupil is rounding around, going around and coming out from the other side. So don't worry about creating the other half of your pupil. We are going to create some more eyelashes. I want them facing a little inward. So I'm going to come in 1, 2, and 3. I think I can fit 3. I'm good. There we go. 3 little eyelashes. And we're going to do the same thing with these. We're going to create eyelashes going on the top. So same thing. I'm only going to fit about 1.5 eyelashes. So again, we're like cutting it in half right here. So create a little curve going up into a little wave. 1 and 2, right where we stopped at the head. And then just close out this line right here and color those in nice and dark. And there you go. You have the other set, or the other eye for your pair of eyes. Looking good. I love it. Love it, love it. Let's add another little piece of the ear just to look like there's one hanging out from the back here. So from this part of the forehead just above the eye, bring this down all the way down. But I'm going to stop right there because I'm going to add another earring. Now, technically, if you look at the original Cherry from the game, she only has the cuffs on one side. She has studs on the other side. But since we don't see that side, and I kind of wanted to give her a little bit of contrast over here just to give it some more detail, I decided to change her up. If I was already going to change up her outfit, there was nothing that says I can't change her earrings too. So I changed it up and I added the hoops as well. So I'm going to do very tiny ones over here. Same system that we did, sort of. Bring it around to a little rainbow curve. And another one just about right here following downwards. Bloop. So it's going to be a skinnier one. Again, we're seeing it way off in the distance, so we don't see too much of it. We're going to bring it down again, just a little bit more, and do one more. Rainbow curve. And close it out, and we have 2 little cuffs. Close out this little section with a little bubble, boop, and you got yourself the little tip of the ear. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Looking good, guys. Now we are done with the head. We are awesome done with the head. Let's move over to the body. So we have a couple of things going on here. We have one arm that's bending upwards over here and one that's going to be going down. So I'm going to work on the one that's going down. Let's create the sleeve of the shirt. Bring it down from underneath the mouth line right here. Do a little curve like this. And then we're going to bring it upwards just a tad bit like that. I don't want to go all the way up because we're going to create the rest of the t-shirt here in just a second. Now let's go ahead and create that arm, bring it around, make a little stubby right at the end. You know Animal Crossing, guys. You know they have stubby little arms. They technically don't have any hands with fingers. Now, if again you want to change this up and give her paws with little fingers, go for it. Be my guest. Have fun with it. I encourage you to get creative. Let's wrap the little sleeve around to give it more of a look that it is going all around her arm. Okay. And then from here, Cherry has a separation on the shirt. It has the front part or the inner part that is all webs, spider webs, and then the actual sleeves are black. So we're going to go ahead and create that division between the sleeve and the middle of the shirt. So right here, we're just going to create a line that comes down, bring it past the sleeve and inwards. I want to create a fold in her shirt right here. If you want to do it more like the true Cherry, I'll post up a picture here somewhere and you can see what she looks originally. So if you choose just to do the regular t-shirt, go for it. But if you're following along with me to do this grunge version, go ahead and do your folds right here. Bring this outwards. And eventually we're going to bring this all the way. Let's go ahead and do this side as well. So right here from the neckline, bring this down into the little t-shirt or the sleeve. Same process we did here, bring it around in a little curve all the way around and bring this little line inwards, but again, not too much, just about right there. And we're going to do the arm. I want her arm bent, like if her elbow's right down here, like if she's going to go and touch her earrings or touch her ear, very similar, something like that. So we're going to come down, make one single line right there, and then we're going to go up, make it look like a Y almost, all the way up. Round it at the edge, make that stubby little arm, and then curve it right when you get to the bottom like a little boomerang and bring it up to where the shirt is. And same thing we did here, close out your shirt to make it look like it is wrapped all the way around. Looking good so far, love it. Let's make the collar of the t-shirt. So we're going to come and make a smiley face curve right here at the edge. I want to show a little bit of neckline here so we can have some of the color of her fur showing here. So we're going to go ahead and do another one. Make the border of the collar like so. And let's do the same thing we did here to create the division of the sleeve and all of the webs. So bring this down and curve it inwards where it's going to start folding. And let's create a little fold, a little piece of the shirt popping up right here. But we're going to do something really cool. We're going to make it look like your shirt is sort of messy, untucked on one corner, bent up on the other corner. So what I want to do is create a little curve coming down, like if it were a little drip of ice cream. If you know me and my ice cream drips, I do these awesome little drips on a lot of my characters. So I'm going to do this little curve coming here, and then I'm going to go back up and follow it all the way to this line right there. So it looks like the shirt is kind of coming outwards, almost tucked into the belt that we're going to create. Now again, the original Cherry does not have this belt. I decided to add this belt. It's one of those rocker grunge looking belts. I used to have these back in the 90s all the time, wore it all the time. I guess I should tell you something about my age. I love the 90s. Let's do a little belt. Right here, 2 lines going straight down. And then we're going to go all the way across, go right underneath this little loop and back. So it looks like it's covering the belt just a tad bit. And let's create the little studded rocker belt. We're going to do the belt buckle right here first. We're going to come around and do a little kind of a rectangle shape or a line just to create a little rectangle here. And then the inner buckle is going to be right here. We don't really see the buckle pin. I mean, you can add it here if you want to, if you really want to get some details in, but we don't see too much of it, so don't worry about it. I'm going to add belt loops, one right here, and I'm just going to add one little line right here just to show that it's there. The other one would be kind of hiding behind the shirt. And then if you've seen these little rocker belts, we're just going to add little studs, little circles on each little square that we have. And over here, whatever you can fit, kind of like it's wrapping around the waist, and voila, you have a grunge belt. Super cute. Let's make it look like the shirt is going around. So from right here, there's a reason why they're flaring upwards a little bit. Bring it down to make it look like it's wrapped around. Same thing over here. wrapped around the belt. Awesome, awesome. Almost done, guys. We're almost done. We got quite a bit to go, though. We do have our boots that are going to be a little detailed. Again, you don't have to do the boot still. So from your belt line right here, bring it down. Curve it a little inwards, not too far. She's not going to be extremely skinny legs, so we want them a little curved inwards, but not too far. And I created boots on her just to give her more of that grunge look. The original, again, only has her looking like she has black pants, no actual shoes on. So I did want to give her some shoes. I'm going to create a little curve right here in the middle to represent the middle of the pants, and 2 more lines where the legs are going to separate right here and right here. Looking good. Oh my gosh, I love this drawing. I had so much fun drawing this one and coloring it and shading it and highlighting it. Oh, it was a blast. If you guys want to see a digital tutorial on how to draw this in Clip Studio Paint, I would love to know. So leave me a comment below. Let me know if you want to see digital art tutorials in Clip Studio Paint. I love drawing digitally. All right, let's go ahead and do the boot. So right here, I'm going to come around from the top here. Same concept as our earrings. Bring it around in a little curve all the way around like this, and again right here. But we're not going all the way in the middle because it's going to be open in the middle and crisscrossed with your laces. Okay, so I'm going to come down all the way like this and back up. Now, if you're one of those that don't like shoelaces, you have those open type of boots, you don't have to add these shoelaces if you don't want to, I promise. Let's create this shape of the boot, bring it down, start curving it inwards a little bit just to give it a little skinniness on the middle, and then flare it out a little bit on the bottom with a little bubble and back up. There we go. So we got ourselves a little boot. I'm going to add a tiny rainbow curve here just to show that this is facing us and it has a little bend on the front. And I'm going to have the actual lip of the shoe right here, right on the top. And then if you want to go ahead and add little circles where your laces are going to pop out of, feel free to do that. I go more in detail when I do this digitally with the shoelaces, but since I'm drawing with a Sharpie, it's going to be really hard to do the details of them lacing over each other. So what you're going to want to do here is just kind of go across, maybe have dark shoelaces, one here, and then just one going across. Like that. And then you can give her either a lighter black tone, whatever style. Again, if you want to see the digital tutorial, I show you more in detail how to do these shoelaces where you actually see them crisscrossing with shadows and highlights as well. So let's do the same process here. We're going to do a little curve, go around to about the middle here. You can bring this line down, curve it around like that. All right, and then same little lip on the bottom or the same opening, bring it down. Awesome. We're going to do the lip of the shoe right here. Not the lip, the tongue of the shoe where the shoelaces are. That's what it's called. I almost forgot. Bring your boot shape down, kind of bring it inwards a little bit, and then flare it back out for a little bulge on the bottom. And voila, you got yourself a cute little boot. Do the same little rainbow curve on the bottom. And let's do the little circles where your laces are going to come out of. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And we crisscross the two. So the top line again going down to the middle. This top one is crisscrossing over to the middle. And the one on the bottom just goes straight across. Depending on how you like to tie your laces, feel free to do it whichever way you like. Let's do the tail. Last thing right here. So we're going to come out, pop up a little tail. Round it out a little bit at the end and back down to the bottom. And that is it. Now, I'm not going to do the spider webs. Well, if you want, I can show you the spider webs if you're not going to color it in all in black. The spider webs are technically supposed to be in white, and her shirt is supposed to be black. But I'll show you how to do the spider webs if you want to try. So right here, we're just going to make 2 lines going down. We're going to do the base of our web. Bunch of lines to connect all the way around like this. Kind of looks like a little sun at this point. There you go. And then we're just going to connect each piece here. You can even add one more here to the middle. I think it looks better. There we go. One more in the middle. And then each piece right here is going to get connected with a rainbow, connecting each line. little rainbow. Follow the same process all the way around like that. And then it gets smaller and smaller as you get to the end. Kind of go up, 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 up. There you go. Maybe one more little set. It's up to you guys. You can do it however you want. But again, remember, she is supposed to have a black shirt. I did it in Sharpie just to show you how to do the webbing. I recommend it taking a white gel pen, or if you color the shirt in black and you take your white crayon or your white color pencil, you can go over it briefly with it. Try not to do it with a Sharpie unless you want to do black webs and do a different color shirt. That I leave up to you all. Let me show you my completed version in case you want to do it the same way I did it, which is very close to the way Cherry is intended to be. Ready? Let's do our countdown, guys. We are officially done with the outline. In 3, 2, 1, the completed version. Awesome. Look how awesome this came out, guys. I'm so proud of this one. I hope yours came out great as well. I can't wait to see yours. If you upload it to social media, use hashtag DrawfullyFun. All right, guys, you know the drill. Hit that big thumbs up if you liked what we did here. Give my channel a nice big subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. All right, until the next time, happy creating.